Hello everyone, Andy Schwab here with your Farm and Ranch News. Last week, Coulter Brown and I had the opportunity to join the Montana Farm Bureau Federation's summer conference in Miles City. There was a huge turnout of producers there with nearly 300 in attendance for the main lunch on Tuesday. In addition, I personally found it refreshing to see so many young producers showing up to get involved. I actually sat in on a jam-packed livestock committee meeting where 18 of those 30 attendees who were in that classroom, they were probably under 35 years old. Now, before the day got fully rolling, I had the chance to catch up with MFBF President Cyndi Johnson on some of the things she's excited to see come to fruition at those meetings. On top of that, she gave a quick comment on the priorities in the latest farm bill that coincidentally was released later that day by Senate Ag Committee ranking member John Bozeman.
It's pretty critical that we get that risk management locked into place. We get some of the agriculture programming into place so that folks know what the future looks like. We've got to have that dependability.
Now, that draft framework from the senator can be found on our website, northernag.net. Well, with wetter than average May in most of Montana, providing additional mid-season nitrogen to wheat could boost the grain protein levels and increase profits, according to Montana State University Extension specialist. Clayton Jones, MSU Extension soil fertility specialist and professor in the Department of Land Resources and Environmental Sciences, says nitrogen concentration is at the heading in the flag leaf or the uppermost leaf of the stem can be tested to determine whether a late season nitrogen application will likely boost the protein. However, Jones does caution that there may be a limit, that is, on how much late season nitrogen can be applied to boost the protein due to the increased risk of lodging and leaf burn. We need to take a break, but we'll come back to look at those wheat markets and talk about some other ag news.
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy, I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Welcome back, friends, to your Ag News in your markets. I'm Andy Schwab. Well, last week, the U.S. Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources held a hearing to conduct oversight on the Bureau of Land Management. U.S. Senator Steve Daines also asked some very pointed questions regarding grazing on public lands that may be affected through the BLM's public lands rule that was recently finalized. Here's that exchange.
What's going on with grazing? The grazing on federal lands provides billions of dollars each year in ecosystem services. Your agency feels the need to attempt to separate grazing from other conservation values. Do you believe that grazing provides a conservation benefit?
I do.
You do. Great. Will you commit to ensuring that the implementation of the public lands rule will not push Montana ranchers off their BLM grazing allotments?
Senator, in no way does the public lands rule envision that.
So if you see any of that, would you confront it and say we've got to change something here so we're not pushing grazing activities off of BLM lands?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The entire hearing is available on the Senate Committee's website. Well, the cattle complex turned around the weakness that it started the week with as prices settled $5 better than their initial bids. And a good test of the cold cow market and the bred cows at BLS Thursday saw high demand. Of course, this Thursday, the sand will be removed from the ring and replaced with that foam bank for the Northern Livestock Video's early summer special. Now, lean hog futures also enjoyed a second week of a plateau after seeing losses for nearly 2 months straight. And with no wheat market news to impact the markets, the grain complex saw a setback on Friday. Wheat did lead the way lower, with two hard red winter wheats having to finish lower on the 11th time for 13 of the past days. Well, there's a look at your ag markets. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great rest of your day.